This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Tonight is Yud Gimel Adar. Tomorrow will be Tanis Esther. Why do we fast on Tanis Esther? Aside from the reason that the Mishnah Berurah brings, Mishnah Berurah says that we don't really have an exact record that the Jews fasted on Yud Gimel Adar. But we do know that they attacked their enemies and they destroyed Amalek on Yud Gimel Adar, and we have a tradition that when Jews go to battle, just like in the time of Moshe Rabbeinu, when they attacked Amalek, we have a tradition that Yidden fast when they go to battle in order to elicit Siyata D'Shmaya, and therefore we too, we commemorate the tainus of the Jews who went to defeat Amalek on Yud Gimel Adar. But there is also a very deep reason why we fast tomorrow, and this is brought in the Sefer Kav HaYashar, and this is a reason that the Magid told the Beis Yosef, and that is, there's a concept, if you look in Megillas Esther, on the words Chur Karpas Uschelas, you'll see a big ches. Later on in the Megillah, at the end of the Megillah, Vatichtayiv, you have a big tuf, and it's brought down in many Sfarim. In the Sefer Asis Rimoni of the Yismach Moshe, Megillas Esther, also in the Sefer Shaus Tshuvos Shevet HaKahasi, Chelek Aleph, Siman Chav Gimel, that these two big letters, Ches and Taf, stand for the year 1648. The Gezeros of Chamonitsky of 1648, 1649, what is known as Tach V'Tat. What does that have to do with the Megillah? Why is the year 1648, 1649 alluded to in the Megillah? And the answer that the Svarim tell us is that when Haman made this decree, there's a concept, Ki Kesav Asher Nichtav B'Shem HaMelech, V'Nachtaim B'Ta'abas HaMelech, Ein Lahashiv, that when Haman made the decree is looming. And yes, in the times of Purim, we warded it off and we had a tremendous salvation. But there is a concept that the decrees of Haman are looming every single year. And b'siyata d'shmaya, and with the Yeshua of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're able to have salvation on a yearly basis. But that is accomplished through the fast day of Tainus Esther. Every Tainus Esther, when we fast, we nullify the decree of Haman for that year. So b'siyata d'shmaya, we hope that this year, as we fast on Tainus Esther, we hope to be mavatel the decree of Haman, and we hope that the decree is nullified for all time. As we know that V'meha Purim Ha'ela Lo Yavru, that Purim will be one of the only Yom Tovim that will be in its full force La'asad Lavai. So we hope that this year on Tainus Esther, we're mavatel all the Seinei Yisrael, we're mavatel Amalek, we're mavatel Haman, and we're mavatel the decree of Haman for this year. And just to conclude, it's brought in Sfarim that this is one of the reasons for the mitzvah of Chayiv Inish Basume Bepuraya Adol Yada, that by drinking and bringing one to the state where one's faculties are almost not working, that is the way we, so to speak, fulfill the Gezerah of Haman. Instead of Chas v'Shalom, something worse, we feign, we almost make believe the worst by, instead of actually it happening, but we fulfill it by placing ourselves under the influence and limiting our faculties. And this also is the way that we ward off and we're Mekayim, the looming decree. So b'siyata d'shmaya, may we have a Tainus Esther of Hisoros, Tshuva, being mavatel all the Gzeros Rois. May we be zoiche to the great Yeshua of Purim, that the Arizal says there was never a light in the history of the Jewish people as the light of Purim. Wish everyone a freilich and Purim haba aleinu l'tova.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.